at our joint meetings, findings, and we never got a response. And a couple of meetings, a couple months ago, a member of the school board, as I recall, I may be incorrect, says that the audits, and I think in this audit, in this department audit, we have said that it will be presented to this commission. The auditors have never presented, according to what the school board was saying, has never presented the audit to the school board. They have always been on CC, and the school board never discussed it. And that's why these issues are coming up now.
Are there any other comments from committee members?
Yeah, hi, Norma Martinez-Rubin. Just wanted to let the members of the public who are here know that thank you for Mr. Waters for representing this audit subcommittee as well as you did, and for adding your pieces of your experience as well from the private sector and financial auditing to complement what's already in place. So there was a meeting, as Charlie mentioned, either in February or March, prior to February? Okay, so as early as February of this year, to try to indeed catch up with whatever timeline had already been set by the district for this year. And when we met as an audit subcommittee, we discussed in the time that we had available what changes needed to happen for future, recognizing that there had been some desire by the part of the this committee as a whole to have information that was considered not having been responded to as well as it could be. And so we're looking forward to those changes. So just wanted to thank you because today's report actually served as an update. We're looking forward to your report last month, and my condolences to you.
One of the things that we've noticed in the past in the performance audit report is that things that have been discovered as problems or flaws in the process may not be addressed moving forward. Are you able to capture that so that we know that these issues are going to be resolved in the future?
It's my goal to make sure that we capture that and do that going forward. And with Martin, I think we can be able to do that. Him and I work very closely, and we'll pledge to the committee that we'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a little confused, Tom Waller. I'm a little confused because we have this the subcommittee report, and then we have an action item. So I'm happy to state a motion when we get to that time. Because anyway, I have a desire to state a motion on this matter.
Okay. Well, we
Point out a procedural.
yes, go ahead.
The motion, the agenda item is that's actionable is about the current audit report. It's not about the process. That's why Mr. Waters is discussing the process in his report. So any motions have to be germane to the current performance audit report and then under E3 the financial audit report, not about the process itself.
So we're done with the
No, I just want to mention something. At the February meeting that was discussed, Mr. Martin made a list of the persons that we asked for, that we have been asking for over a year about the prior year audits. He made a list. We were sure that at the next meeting, we would get a response. At the next meeting, Mr. Fay decided that he would not respond to it, and that we would go through a new process. So the persons that was asked, and that we have asked for over a year, Mr. Martin has them, and he'll get a chance to read them in a different format.
Okay, we're going to let you respond to that, Mr. Cohen, and then we're going to have a comment from Mr. Junger. Please make it brief, and we have to move on with our agenda. Please.
I'll be brief. We had a meeting one evening with the audit subcommittee. I got a list of questions. Before I could respond to them, the CBOC and Mr. Fay came to, I would say, a decision that all questions.
That's not true. That is not true. That is not true.
Well, let him answer.
And that the questions had been submitted to Mr. Fay, and then he would put it back out on an FAQ. The questions were never submitted to Mr. Fay, as far as I know, and I've never been asked those questions since.
Do you have a question?
If you have any questions, submit it through the chair, and the district will get back to you for the next meeting with all your
All right,
answers.
we're stop that right now. Let's get the comment from the public. How many people would like to, just, please make it very brief. Okay, so you're first.
My name is Michael Day, and my hobby is that I'm the president of the California League of Bond Oversight Committees. And a couple of points here. We worked with Senator Wyland to sponsor both 581 and 584, and we really thank you for keeping up with it. It's heartening to see what we do on a statewide organization starting to pay off and giving you new tools to help get good accountability. Also, I wanted to commend the district, Dr. Harder, involving the CBOC in the process up front in selecting the performance auditor in terms of setting the standards. That's kind of the way it's supposed to work. I understand frustrations about previous processes where questions were raised and they weren't answered. That's really what 581 is supposed to do. It's supposed to make it mandatory for the district to respond to questions when they're formally placed in the annual report. The only thing I might want to add is that Mr. Waters, in terms of a best practice, you might want to open some of those subcommittee meetings up to the public. And if there are specific concerns that are being raised by the public, you're their investigative committee, you know. And so if they have questions that seem germane and seem rational, to include those, to consider including those in the remit that you give to your auditor. But again, it's nice to see some of the stuff that we're doing paying off in real life. Thank you.
Well,
I just had a short question. Mr. Waters? Oh, right here.